Hey, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, people of all ages, welcome to another Senate Short. Oh Lord, have His mercy. Birdman in the grind.
What happened to that boy?
You know, I am Neil. He is Derek, aka Birdman.
Yeah.
And we bring you another Senate Short. Now, as always, I'm going to implore you. If you're enjoying the content, consider subscribing. Hit the notification bell if you do subscribe so that you don't miss any content coming from the channel. Y'all liking our Senate Shorts particularly so we can keep making them. You know, like, comment, dislike if you don't like what we are saying, share regardless, and let's build this community so we can either make a difference or we could be highlighted as the two buffoons and misogynists that we are. But brother,
Yes, sir.
what? I fright him. Hit me with it, man.
Yeah, this one is coming from the shade room. This one was trending too, right?
Right.
Woman stuck with $3,100 dinner bill after her blind date refused to pay for the 23 family members she brought along.
Wait. That what?
Yeah, he invited her to a date, a blind date. They went on a blind date and she invited 23 family members. You ready?
Nope.
It's no secret that blind dates can be awkward, but they can also be pretty expensive, especially when you try to finesse your date into paying for your entire family. That's a hard lesson one woman had to learn when she invited 23 of her family members on her blind date to test the generosity of the man she was set to have dinner with, and it backfired to the tune of thousands. Lord, I can't take it no more. You with me?
Test the generosity? But this man is Robin Hood.
A woman in a province in China got the shock of her life when her elaborate scheme to test how generous her blind date was backfired in a very expensive way. While the man, identified as Mr. Liu, was waiting for his blind date to arrive, he couldn't believe his eyes when she arrived with 23 of her family and expecting him to foot the bill for all of them. Although he initially agreed to pay for the date for the two of them, all that changed when she brought along almost 30 extra people. As a result, he left her and her family with the incredibly large $3,100 bill after telling them they should pay, and they refused. The two were set up on a blind date with Mr. Liu's mother, who wanted him to meet someone nice.
Brother man.
My man.
Buckle up. First things first. I'm going to address the easiest variable in this is Mr. Liu. His name is?
Yeah, Mr. Liu.
Mr. Liu. You on a blind date with a woman. She showed with 23 other people. What are you sticking around for?
I'm saying, why did that date even start?
How you know what the bill is? What that got to do with you? She clearly come here with she family. She ain't come here with you. And mums, Mr. Liu, mommy, I think you a little wicked here though.
Wicked! Wicked as
You can't love me.
Yeah.
So Mr. Liu, but I don't love me.
Yeah, Mr. Liu, Mrs. Liu, I think you said that you're a boy. Anyhow, since I've been in this space, right? We've started this in February? Since I've been in February. Yeah, February, right? Since we started doing this podcast, I have been, because I live in a bubble. I literally don't go certain. There is in the back alleys of social media where he just find all the content. I just keep it to YouTube, watch my little basketball, my little film content, like the go, right? Derek has brought a lot of things to my attention, and one of the things that has been brought,
He's slumming it.
And you know what? Often we see this sort of trend where women are bringing other people on a date. Like before, you hear I bring in my best friend, I bring in my girlfriends. You know what I mean? But never before. Where we get this trend of going on a first date, whether blind or like, you know, regardless. Why are you bringing people on the date? You either want to go on the date or you don't want to go on the date. You either want to go with your family and friends or you want to go with this man. Oh, why are you mixing the two? You want to see if the man is generous?
And now you found out that he's smart. You saw that he's smart. And he seems to be a fairly decent fella because he didn't just roll. He asked him, to pay.
Boss,
Right?
boss,
For me, I would have just rolled.
he's an idiot. From the time I sit down there and I say, oh, hi. So, hi, I'm Deborah, Mr. Lou. Yes, hi, Deborah. How you doing? Yeah, this is my mom, my uncle. This is cousin Bob. This is my sister. I said, I would literally, listen, this.
Where you get all their family members from?
My girl,
I can't think of 23 family members offhand right now.
brother man, right now, if Jada Pinkett was to ask me, well, she got it like that, right?
Yeah.
I bring in you, Mark. I can bring some more men from the Senate. That's about 8 men.
And we can't get the 23 people.
And that is friends. Them ain't even family. But I would not even consider doing that. How is this a consideration? How is this something to think about? You want to the man generous? Shoot, we know a man, shout out. I ain't gonna call him name, but my man took out a young lady back in the day to a Chinese restaurant. The woman called for $275. How much it was?
$237.75.
Right, good.
In food.
In Chinese, not food, Derek. Chinese food. Back in the early 2000s, when $20 used to get a container, when you open it, rice falling out.
Yeah.
And she ordered $200 or how much ever money in food. Right? That's
Wicked. Wicked as
that is ridiculous in itself, but that's one thing. Just to see how generous he is, call Big Punny Man, see what he bought, see if he pockets deep. I don't condone that. But that is a far cry from bringing your entire family, though. You ain't bring like your mother. Because again, this Chinese culture, we don't know. We live in the West. We don't know how they move in the East. For all we know, the mother and the father turning up might be part of the course just to see what type of man this is.
No, let me start you there, Neil, because somebody brought this to me too. A couple of people sent me this article, and one person said to me they were wondering if it was a cultural thing, right? Because people generally try to be devil's advocate or the accountability deflect, however you want to coin it, right?
Oh my God.
And my response to that is it couldn't be cultural because Mr. Lou from that culture, and he wasn't about it. He wasn't having it.
It's not gonna work with me.
But 23, my man. 23 people, ladies. I understand. Y'all have been wrapped up and warped in this whole feminism / social media where you all want a testament and you want to be made the prize and queen and you want to be able to see if a man got it like that. If you could do anything to a man, he swallow it and take it. I get it. I don't agree with it. But I understand where I'm coming from. But y'all have empowered yourself in the workforce and y'all have liberated yourself from the 50s and 60s, the whole misogynistic that time was. I agree, it was terrible. Y'all have liberated yourself, but no, y'all have been twisted into thinking that a man must always be taking exams.
Accept the bullshit.
Right. And that
Let's call it what it is.
Yes, and y'all could do your like. It's like, all right, the one we start home and be front and pregnant and cook. Nah, we done with that. All right, they don't want me to get into schools. We get into schools, and they don't want me to work. But working. How we get from there? Because there are pioneers. There are people that have fought for women to have the equalities and chances and opportunities that I have today. I am never gonna knock those because I am a product of a woman that has fought for everything she's got in this life. So me, I am in support. I'm a feminist.
Tall and thin and young and lovely, the girl from Ipanema goes walking.
But how have we gotten to a point where those women that fought had to be made ridicule and to be, called all types of things and had to do all sorts of things, burn bras and protest? How we can't 23 people in a day just to see what this man got and how he is with the bill. Like how we get here, Derek? And how is this? How is this? Not only how we have gotten here, but how nobody in them 23 people say
This is ignorance.
let me pump breasts here, bro.
This ain't making sense.
Let me pump, maybe. Unless she like to all of them and say, I just got in with a friend and all I want to come. But how have we gotten here?
Here's the thing. If you didn't want to play date, don't go. Because you go on the date, you clearly don't want to spend any time with your man, but you still go on the date. If you're hungry just to so I tell you, man, send you some Uber Eats or something, you know what I mean? Don't expect your man to come and have to feed you and your family members. That's just unreasonable. That's just unreasonable. And you said, Neil, you know, we have come to the point where you just do as you like. It's a sort of big thing, anything goes. You know what I mean? As my man Barrett showed Adrian Barrett said, it's a go as you please thing, Suki King. Nah, men are not, because this is the thing now, men know the players, men see the player, but got you scouted like Belichick.
yeah, Spygate, yeah.
So men see you coming up front with when you are trying to be manipulative, when you're trying to think you can finesse a man into doing something, and men seeing it, they don't appreciate it. They're not gonna say much. They can just do like Mr. Lou and roll.
Move and push. And how you and the 23 want to divide that $3,100 is at 23 or 24, wouldn't it?
Correct. Because that ain't making any sense. And we did a show about foodie calls. People say, oh, how you can do, you don't understand these things, it don't happen. Yes, they do. Yes, they do. And it happened in China. One place that you wouldn't expect it to happen.
But I want you to know, when you said China, I was like, China? And I know some of y'all that watch this content, y'all like to come up with bad stories, and y'all like to say probably a lot. Y'all like to spin things and come up with narratives that were nowhere in the commentary of the information given. We deal with the information that is given, that right there in black and white written. We don't make up, we don't spin it to say, well, maybe. We do that, we say, But if we're dealing with the information, we're dealing with the information. And to be honest, if the culture in China, because I know there are some cultures where the mother and father supervise the first interaction between a man and woman. That's mother and father. Some cultures may take it that the whole immediate family, so like your brother, your mother, whatever. 23 people.
23 people. And this is the thing, as you said, no problem with it. If he's a real man, he can just organize it, he can just pay. That had to be thinking. If he's a real man, he can just pay. He can just take whatever we give. Fellas, you gotta represent yourself in these streets. Don't take the bad up. Ladies, if you know you're a body man, don't go on any date.
Don't try
do
to
it just because you're hungry.
You're taking advantage of people. We are making it okay for a group of people to take advantage of another group of people. Now, I know people can say for many years men have been doing it. Y'all did it for millennia. But we did it for millennia, and you all fought against it. Y'all spoke out against it and said that it was reprehensible, it was horrible, it was atrocities. So when I get do for do is over here.
Yeah. So now we got benevolent sexism, to coin a Mark Rudolph phrase, where it's just like, yeah, we can deal with the sexism once it's beneficial to us. With regard to that, in terms of you're trying to be, there's a saying, don't be a capitalist in your work life and a socialist in your dating life. Ladies and gents, this has been another Senate Short. Thank you so much for tuning in. Like, share, comment, subscribe. As always, let us know what you're thinking in the comment section below. Hit the notification bell to make sure that you're getting all the content that we got for you guys. And we will see you again very, very soon.
The contaminated environment. And the tutus about that.